Just quick one on him. They're taking on Bournemouth. I'm sure Bournemouth themselves will look at the Champions League and say, look, I don't think we can get in there, but we still got a chance with the Europa League or the Conference League or whatever it is. Just what are you expecting from? And I don't know if quickly you can just share your thoughts on the stories about Antoine Semenyo's move to Manchester United and that kind of stuff.
Well, I think he's been one of their better players this season, and I think he's improved on his performances from last season.
Yeah.
I would have wished that he could hit double figures in goals. I think he has about 7 or 8. I'm not too sure of the number is, but yeah, I mean, with the way he's performing and with the way Bournemouth has performed, a lot of their players will be poached by bigger teams. So
I think Dean Huijsen is in the conversation.
Yeah, I hear there's Liverpool interested in him.
Arsenal.
I hear Liverpool is interested in Keke. So some of their better players are likely to be poached by bigger teams. So that's in order. And I mean, it's good for. I really want him to go to United because that team is in disarray and the whole organization needs a proper restructuring. But I mean, if he makes a move to the bigger teams, that's good for Ghana. But on the game, do I see United winning? I also expect them to rotate, and I feel like even this United team are laboured. If you look at the 120 minutes they had to play against Lyon, which reflected in the Wolves game, coming to this game, especially going away at Bournemouth, who have beaten a lot of big teams. They've beaten Citi and Arsenal at home. They are playing very well. I think they are in form as compared to Manchester United. And with Manchester United having one eye on the Europa League, where they have a more tougher fixture in Athletic Bilbao, I expect them to rest players. Even with their full team, I will still take Bournemouth to win. So how much more now that they have to rotate? So for Amorim, as Susu said, we'll have to cut him some slack because he came when the season had already started. That's one. The way he likes to play and the squad, so the tools he has and the way he has to play they are far apart.
Yeah,
so
way different.
More or less, we are saying he's making do with what he has, and with sheer will, one way or the other, he's been able to scrape through the Europa League and get to the semi-finals. I don't think he goes further than that, but let's see. Cup competitions, anything can happen. But looking at this Bournemouth game, I think Bournemouth had every right to go into this game as favourites, and they should be able to put United away. Looking at how poor they are in their form and the fact that their concentration will be on Thursday, so they would try to rotate their squad. So for me, I mean, for Bournemouth players, this is one of the best exhibitions they can do for themselves. And I think they are not so far off the European places.
Yeah. They are not.
They are in and around it. So
I think they have an eye on
if they get Conference League.
And I suspect that 8th will be enough for the Champions League, Conference League, because Newcastle are likely to finish in the top 7 in the extra Champions League play. So likely to push a place down.
Exactly. So there's something worth fighting for them. So they should take advantage of this opportunity and really wallop United. I'm all for United losing.
So. I know. Just quick one on Semenyo's move to. That's if you're okay with it.
You know,
to United.
Not United, but I think when the season started, let's say if we're talking in February, because if you realize since about February 15th, I don't think Bournemouth have won 3 games in their Premier League. About that period.
There's been a dip in form.
There's been a serious dip in form. So if we're talking around February, like, oh yeah, of course, a top 6 side should sign him. But then when you go in that dip in form at this stage of the season, people start to ask questions. Was this a flash in the pan? Are you really that consistent? So I'm not sure it's the time for him. If he gets the opportunity, I still believe he should take it. Don't get me wrong. But I believe that the dip in form the whole Bournemouth team has suffered will make a lot of teams think twice about their players. And it won't kill any Bournemouth player to spend another season at Bournemouth and show that they are as consistent as people think they are, that this wasn't a flash in the pan. So for me, I also wouldn't want him to go to United. I believe there's a lot of prestige, there's a lot of money, but is it the right environment for you to succeed? There's so much turnover, there's so much chaos. I would prefer for him to go to a team which is a bit more, a bit more stable.
Like a Newcastle.
Yeah, that's a good example. Because when I look at Newcastle, Josh Murphy, for example, they can upgrade on him. Semenyo can be that upgrade on Josh Murphy, So there are some players who are a bit more. There are some clubs that they might not have the profile of Manchester United, but they are a very good staging post. You are more likely looking at current trends to play in the Champions League than if you went to United. Don't get me wrong, because United is a global brand. That exposure, that kind of profile, you can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah, it will help you as a player.
Despite whatever Manchester United do, the story in the Premier League is always Manchester United +1.
Yeah.
It's going to be Manchester United and whoever is the flavour of the month. So, and this has been an issue in English football. This has been something that's been happening in England since the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
So it's not like Manchester United is a recent phenomenon. They've always been the news. So playing for a club like that is a big deal. So if Manchester United wants him, they pay the money. They will probably triple or quadruple his wages.
Yeah.
I say go for it because that kind of career development, it doesn't come cheap. Yeah. Like you can't get it anywhere else. But I also worry about the footballing side, about stagnating your career because truth be told, we've seen a lot of careers go to Manchester United to die. If we are being perfectly honest.
Bigger players.
Yeah. So many careers have gone to Manchester United to die. So you have to be worried about Manchester United. But look, at the end of the day, it's all about, it's a job and it's about players maximizing their earning potential. Yeah. And I'll say it, your career is short as a footballer. So maximize your earnings, make that money. Look, I'm hearing them talking about Kudus going to Saudi Arabia. Me, I'm here, I'm begging Kudus, he should go. He should go.
Oh, he should go?
Oh,
okay.
Saudi money?
Oh. You mean you should go and take some cool cash and come back?
It's a job you are doing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a job.
As a Marjan should
Maybe
be
some
really,
2 years, 3 years, and then you're back.
Oh, you don't even need to come back. Stay there
Stay
forever.
there. Hey, Charlie.
It's a job.
Well, let's see.